So what happens in the Texas market is Texas is the largest brick market in the country.
Okay.
Is that Mason and Mason salesmen sell
Who's Mason?
bricks to do everything. And so what you find is that traditionally where the side lights, and a transom, which is what those thin lights are around this door, were typically divided by wood, and then brick would surround the whole opening. In this case, they have got brick where the wood is supposed to be, and so it looks goofy. So the reason why that transom looks weird,
So
it's frozen in a piece of stone over the door, it should be part of a whole unit that's drawn out of wood.
So there should be, just to wrap up what you just said, there's those 6 inches of brick that we're seeing there. Yeah. That should be wood.
Correct.
Okay. And then should there be wood surrounding the window as well?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yes. Traditionally, this is a solid masonry building with an infill of a doorway that includes side lights and everything else. In this stage, they've got the door as a separate unit, and then they've got the windows set in a metal frame right inside the brick. It just looks goofy. And so the historic precedent we're not reminded of anything here, and so we end up looking at it going, oh, that's kind of weird. But what's wrong with the columns, which is the orders, which is what we're here to talk about?
Well, I don't like how the column, it's kind of off-putting how the column is right under the dormer. I don't know why that just kind of, is that weird?
Well, let's start first. What's the deal with the column?
It's not entasis.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so entasis, it's spelled E-N-T-A-S-I-S. And I've heard the enunciation entasis and entasis, and
both
I think
ways
it's
your emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I think it's entasis. So it's basically that the traditional column had a diminishing size as it grew taller, and usually about a third of the way up it was straight, but then it slowly diminishes to the top.
Slopes inward.
Yes, and so it's not really something you look at and go, oh, look, but it does catch your eye. It does help you see better, and so. And think about it naturally. Like the trees have a bigger trunk at the bottom than they do at the top, right? And so it's a natural form that we're used to seeing versus a mechanical tube.
And I've seen it too in the Greek temples. In a little bit of studying that I've done, they show like Greek temples. It's not real. They're kind of a computer generated drawing of it without it, and it looks like bars, like prison bars. But when you add it, it's like, oh, it's opened up.
I've also heard that
people
will describe that there is an optical illusion. And then there's 2 straight tubes next to each other. It actually looks like the tubes, they bulge out. Yeah, they bulge out. And so there's some optical illusion pieces that they think was part of it as well.